Oh, now he's gone. Okay. I just put a little dab of it on my finger, let him have a lick, and he's like, "Oh, I don't like that,"
Like, oh,
and now
no. No.
I don't want it anymore.
That's what you do then, old right?
Yeah,
Anywho.
exactly. I don't want
Um,
it anymore.
no, really. Shut up. Thank you. I just need to check something here. I just have a fancy calendar that's not displaying right. There we go. That's better. Anyway. Anywho. So last time, I don't know how long ago now, you guys finished traveling through the Korikit Pass, running into the occasional pair of Kuloxi. I'm gonna say this wrong every time. Guards, and Rand was able to smooth things over with them every time he did. And you all attempted under Rand's tutelage to learn a little more Acribic to varying success rates. You eventually made it to Papillion to find it under attack from gnolls. You managed to defeat them and were paid for any ears you managed to collect. You found a tavern, the Gloomy Brigand, where you were to meet your contact. There was a quick discussion about leaving in the morning. Some blood wine and whiskey purchased and imbibed, and you all retired to rooms. Pip, Fen, and Rand met in one room to discuss and share more about each other to each other. And the next day, after meeting up with Bogdan, your contact downstairs, you gathered Rhubarb and Ozai, and gathered around him as he opened a portal to Fallholt, as Echo Price attempted to set fire to the inn by leaving a trail of alcohol. Who knows if that happened? And you all stepped through.
It was on fire when I got there.
So, as you step through the shimmering portal, you find yourself standing outside an elaborate, tall, about 10 to 20 foot high walls. The top lined with what looks like possibly gold, as far as you can see before it curves out of sight. You arrived just off the path near the southern gates of Fallholt, the capital city here in Thalion. As you step back onto the path and towards following Bogdan as he begins to lead you, large archway that those of you other than Rand who have never been here get your first glance and peek through the currently open gates where two figures stand guard dressed in kind of rough piecemeal armor, and they look like they're some sort of mercenaries of some sort, and they're holding spears. As you pass through the gates, Pip, Fen, and Alacia, you notice that the guard's eyes kind of follow you in. They don't make any action, but they just kind of follow you in as you walk forward with purpose, following this little gnome. As you enter the city proper, it is to see it's kind of an elaborate looking, tall buildings, some constructed of what looks like glass and mirrors, some of marble and stone, many of wood. They look like they're intended to promote airflow, considering how wet and humid it is you can get here. It's pretty wet right now. Many loom over you as you make your way down the streets following Bogdan. Occasionally you hear a sound like thunder that startles many of you. Fen and Alacia probably most of all, in particular, considering it's fairly quiet where you're from. As you jump up to the side, Ran, you recognize the noise and what you see coming up beside you as a motorcycle.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
What the hell is that?
It is what you primitive people would call a mechanical horse. Or as we civilized people in Thalion call it, a motor Cycle.
What?
Yeah. Learning a lot new shit today. We got modern tech, bitches.
I don't like it.
How? What did you
Why
do
does
with
it
the
make so
horse
much
in that
noise?
thing?
It's so noisy.
It's much faster and more reliable than a horse. Let's just say that. They're really, really nice. We just
Don't
can't
listen to
take
him,
outside.
Rhubarb. Don't listen to her, Rhubarb.
Rhubarb.
Hey,
Rhubarb snorts.
Rhubarb is a good horse. He's a very good horse, but he can't compare to the speed and accuracy of a motorcycle. But he is there for emotional support that a motorcycle can never fill in.
Can we
I feel like
see?
rhubarb is more balanced than a thing with two wheels.
I could never imagine replacing
I-
Rhubarb.
I feel like it would tip over. Like, you just...
Agreed.
How does one stay upright on this device?
Inertia.
And what is that smoke coming out of the back?
That's just exhaust. Because there's this stuff called gasoline that they burn inside what is called an engine that makes the damn thing go zoom fast, like fucking.
You're talking about
When
like
they turn it up,
fire
they turn
magic
it.
or
Clockwork?
Whoa.
Okay, so as you're having this discussion and walking along,
Is it of this plane?
you're walking along. You eventually, Bogdan leads you to a small building, the exterior of which looks a little rough, maybe a little grungy. It's probably not in the best area of town, but it's that. But like, it's kind of like the type of grungy where someone started to make an effort to fix it up and then just gave up. It's a wooden building with mismatched planks of wood with like knot holes and scratches and gouges in them. The wood is stained in places with what looks suspiciously like blood. Potentially. You don't know. As you walk in, Bogdan kind of gestures for you to walk in. Through the rough wooden door, it creaks on its hinges, and you're immediately greeted by the scent of iron, copper, stale ale, and some sort of mold. As you wrinkle your noses at the smell and take a look around you, you see a very dimly lit room, lit only by low-burning candles. There's a grand total of 3 tables in here, kind of crammed in this really small space. And as you walk to the bar where a middle-aged, balding, and rotund human man stands wiping out a tankard with what looks suspiciously like a dirty rag, with the bemused, nearly toothless grin on his face, he says, "Can I help you?"
Is my disguise self still active, Care?
Yeah, I would say it would be right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And then I guess
don't know what to say.
sorry. I guess follow-up question, Care. Would I need to keep casting it?
I would say,
or-
like, I would assume, like, you would know when it's about to end, so you would kind of recast
Okay.
it, because you can cast it at will.
Okay. It doesn't use up my.
No, anything that
Okay.
says at will, you can just cast whenever.
Great, thank you.
Disguise self is a cantrip for you, my guy.
Excellent. That's all my questions, so I will not further interfere with the roleplay that was about to happen.
So this older man, he's human. He's just kind of staring at you all. Kind of staring at you around, like, he kind of recognizes you, but he's not sure.
Alicia's just keeping her mouth shut.
He
Like
says,
she's been-
I'll already tell you his name. Can I get you anything?
Oh, guys, is there like a code that I'm supposed to say or some shit?
I don't know.
I think just talk to him.
I don't know. I haven't been here in like. Oh god, how many years has it been? It's been a while. It's been a while.
Been a while.
I'll get a tankard while I'm here. Greetings, barkeep. A tankard of your finest ale, please.
Please stop.
Anna's trying very hard to keep in her laughter.
Yeah.
Does he get the ale?
Suddenly, Ran has a moment of recognition as God messages her mind.
Amazing.
Ran just leans over the counter and just says in the most Karen voice possible, "I would like to speak to the management."
You guys are all kind of
What the
looking.
fuck is going on in this game anymore?
I don't know.
Yeah, the rest of you are all like looking at Rand, and he's like, okay. As this guy, he just kind of looks at Rand, nods, and beckons you to follow him. Do you follow?
I'm gonna lean over to Alicia and say, "How many Karens do you think ended up back here? Just saying the wrong thing."
I never got my ale. That's disappointing.
Believe me, it's more than one.
So good.
Rand, you would know
Oh
that
my
the
God.
ale up here, not so good.
Yeah. I'd let him
Okay.
drinking anyway.
All right.
The
I'll
ale
s-
doesn't combust as well.
Okay, I'll say if you want an ale, he says 4 copper.
4 copper? Let me check my inventory quick. Copper is relatively cheap.
Oh, pop.
Also, Alicia doesn't know how to reply to Fen. She's just totally flabbergasted. Like,
I only have silver on me. What do you give for silver? What's you trade for?
10 copper to a silver.
10 copper? Okay.
I can give you change.
Okay. Alright, we can do that.
Oh, this voice.
So he gives you a. You give him a silver. He gives you 6
copper.
6 copper back, and he gives you an ale. You drink it.
Yeah, of course.
So you drink it, and it is the most foul, watered down tasting ale you ever tasted in your life. It is disgusting. But you guys follow him as he's gesturing for you to follow.
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
So as Allard leads you kind of around the bar into what looks kind of like a pantry of sorts, and you step in, and looks like, probably some stale bread and some sort of supplies back here. He kind of bends down and lifts up what looks like a trap door that seems to blend in really well with the wood floor. And you enter.
Yeah, Ran enters.
Alicia's following Fen.
Yep, they'll enter.
Okay.
I'll throw back the ale and go with him.
Okay. As you enter the spiral staircase, down, 10, 20, 30, 50 feet later, you exit the staircase next to what looks like a green dragonborn gentleman in a suit of plate armor. Just kind of standing guard, just kind of watching you. The staircase kind of started as kind of like a rough wood, like not really cared for very well, and it slowly kind of transitioned to a very smooth, polished, well-kept wood. So as you exit, it's still rather dimly lit, though much brighter than it was upstairs. Pip, you're actually you kind of have to squint a little bit to see much at all. But it smells much less like blood and more like less stale ale and booze. Looking around you, you can see the polished bar to the south of the staircase, kind of an L shape. Gentleman behind serving various alcoholic drinks to a couple of men rowdy men standing there, smattering of round tables and one long rectangular table to the western side, kind of from the staircase. So it's kind of like almost directly ahead of you and just south a little bit. There's a door across the way and another door to the kind of left of where the rectangular table is. All of the tables and the bar itself were just packed with a rather rough and tumble lot. Ren, you might recognize a few here and there, but your eyes are immediately drawn through this crowd straight into the pale silver eyes of a very familiar, deep purple-skinned drow female. Her long white hair tied in a rather tight braid and hanging flat against her chest. She seems to have gained a few more kind of glimmering blue runic tattoos across her face and the hand that she has holding a goblet as she raises it in recognition towards you and nods slightly, clearly watching you, waiting for you to make the next move.
Do I know this person?
You know this is the controller.
Okay, fuck. I thought as much, and I was really hoping it wasn't, but it is.
No.
You say there's another bar there.
Yes, there is.
A much nicer bar.
It looks much
Probably
nicer.
better
It looks
ale.
rather busy.
Rand looks at the controller right in the eyes, and then walks away towards the bar.
You notice just at the corner of your eye
Power move.
as you turn, she kind of smiles and shakes her head and leans back in her chair. The rest of you would notice this as Rand's turned towards the bar.
Is
Alright.
anyone sitting with her?
Not right now. There's no one in there. There's about 7 seats available.
And in this town, Ren only makes 52 cents on the dollar, right?
What?
Or Nate, sorry. Nate.
What?
Never mind, never mind.
Good try. Yeah, right.
So
Alright.
you see, as you walk towards the bar, Rand, you see a familiar male drow, purplish skin, tall, silver eyes, slightly upturned nose, both physically and his attitude. This is Rutham.
Rutham?
Rutham Torg. T-O-R-G-H, the last name. R-U-T-H-E-M, the first name.
Noted.
He's just busy serving drinks. What do you do?
Rand just sits at the bar and says, vodka.
He kind of looks at you, nods, and says, 5 silver.
She will put down 5 silver.
He pulls it, reaches under the bar, grabs a bottle, pours it into a kind of rough-looking goblet, slams it down in front of you.
She just downs all of it in a single go.
Alright.
Because fuck this bullshit. And then she like pounds the glass on like upside down onto the bar and walks towards the controller now that she's had her drink.
Alright. What are the rest of you guys doing? Just
Are we sitting or are we gonna join this?
it's up to you.
What do you guys want to do?
Standing awkwardly and like looks very uncomfortable and uncertain what she should be doing anyways.
Follow Rand.
I will.
And yeah, I'm following Rand, but while Rand did the whole to the bar, Ben just kind of watched and concerned, but also like was impressed because that was a power move.
Alright, so while you guys are there, I will walk over to the bar and I'll walk up to the bar and hello, around for my friends and I.
Oh my
I'll hear a better ale.
god.
He kind of looks at you strangely. Kind of looks kind of up at you because you currently look like a tiefling. Well, you're a little short for a tiefling. And just says around, or just for you, because I don't think is anyone else following Echo Price.
I'm gonna
I'm
buy a
not.
round and then carry it over to them.
Okay. Round will say of ale. You said.
A round of fine ale, yeah.
It's good.
How long are we gonna be in Thalion? Because this voice.
So he says,
Fucking long.
1 gold, 2 silver.
1 gold, 2. Great. Oh my god. Change. Alright. I give her 2 gold because that is
Him.
the. Sorry?
Him.
Okay, I give him 2 gold because I don't have exactly 2 silver.
He just takes it. Pours you ales, puts them on the counter.
Alright. And then kind of join you guys and start passing out ales.
Alright, so
And sits it down on another table because Fen does not want to be drinking right now.
are you guys walking to the table, the same table as Ran, or are you going to... The other tables are pretty full.
Alicia will hold her ale and look like she would drink it, but doesn't drink it, and then she stands like 7 feet behind Ran, just awkwardly.
I have...
Hip doesn't give a fuck. She'll just sit next to Ran.
Nice.
Put yourselves on the map where you guys are sitting.
No!
Just...
Oh, we're gonna do
This is
combat.
just for... No.
Oh, no.
This is just for visual. This is just for visual.
Oh no.
Is that the controller right there?
Yeah.
Is this the controller?
That's our
Oh my
controller, yeah.
god.
Just for visual, because it's a little easier.
Oh, we got fancy markers now.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not there. I'm just moving myself.
We have super fancy markers.
I didn't even realize they were our markers for a bit. I thought they were the spiritual weapons.
It's
Oh.
perfect.
There are so many assassins in this place. Dear God.
She'll be kind of like there.
Oh my god.
Away
Your friend
from
did a
me.
great
I'll
job
stand
with
like
this.
over here next to Alicia because she looks very
Okay.
uncomfortable, and
Yeah.
I'm there to provide emotional support.
Yeah. I'll just be
Your
over
Here's
emotional
your
support
spiritual
monk.
weapon just kind of swinging around.
You guys didn't see that.
Yeah. Everybody be
I
real
didn't pay
cool.
attention. I was looking at the spiritual weapon moving around.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so as you guys sit down, hold on, sorry.
Everybody be real cool.
Okay, as you guys sit down, or stand for that matter, the controller kind of leans forward and on her hands and says, welcome, Ran. I'm glad to see you made it safely.
Fuck you. What do you want?
Well, now. Straight to business, I like that. But, kinda, no, Pyra, let's be honest with each other. Here, I'll begin. First off, I'm sure it's running through your mind. I'm sure, given what I've learned since you ran away, I didn't abduct you as a child. I found you. I saved you from the streets. Okay, to be fair, my people found you and brought you to me, but I still saved you. Secondly, and she holds up 2 fingers, as she rummages in a kind of small satchel on her hip before extracting what looks like 2 photographs and kind of slides them across the table. And I will put them in the
I
handouts.
don't like the handouts neat, like ready. That makes me nervous. Care.
I'll be back in a couple seconds. I'm just gonna grab some food.
That's cool.
Come on. Let me add photos. God damn you. Fine, be that way.
Is it going to be public handouts?
Yeah. I just
Hmm.
Oh, there it is. Thank you for being stupid, you piece of shit. Gotta navigate to my folder.
Myself every.
Where are they? This one and this one. They look like kind of like just kind of like Polaroid type photographs. And you see two purple tieflings. One's got one horn on the left, and one's got one horn on the right. They look definitely like they could be twins. One's got purple eyes and looks to be kind of female, and the other one has got red hair, red eyes. Yeah, the female-looking one's got blue hair, and they definitely look much older than what you remember. But you definitely think they're probably your siblings.
Damn, they got piercings? They look dope. Good for them. I'm getting distracted.
And that
Does Rand have piercings?
probably a few. As she slides the photos across the table, they're alive. Ran, just as I said. We discovered them living meagerly a few years before you left us. It took us some time to figure out who they were and their relation to you and your family. In fact, by the time I realized the connection, you had run off. When I discovered where you had gone / were headed, I decided that allowing you a chance at a proper education was not so terrible, considering your upbringing. I had hoped you'd return one day on your own, but here we are. In the meantime, I did employ your siblings. Demos, in particular, has become quite the intelligent and accomplished young lady. Very skilled in seeking out information. I had even recently employed her as my personal gopher. And Ran, you know this is basically a gopher is like the controllers, or in other kingdoms, the head of each segment of the conduit. It's like their second in command, their information gatherer type of thing. And Phobos has grown to be quite strong, talented even in dunamancy to a degree. There was a time where we even managed to get him into Clackarth's training to be one of the elite guard before everything went to shit. But anyways, I will tell you what happened to them, and what if you give me your word, all of you, that you will deliver a message to Vivian Scarlet for me. Her eyes kind of flit around a little bit. Alicia and Pip, you notice that she looks kind of a little nervous.
Can I do an insight check on how she found the twins? To see if that's just bullshit?
Yeah, roll an insight check.
Yeah, it's not good. 7.
She seems legit. I can't spell. Anyway, yeah, no, she seems legit. She seems rather honest, to be honest. Yeah, sorry.
I thought Vivian Scarlet was dead. Wasn't she ousted as leader here?
Just because she was ousted does not mean she was dead, Bran. She's very much alive.
If you know she's alive, then why not send her your own fucking message?
I cannot send a message because I'm being watched.
Then have one of your goons do it. You have plenty of employees. and not all of them everyone knows about, since, you know, you literally have a worldwide organization. I'm sure there's someone that no one knows about.
Exactly. You.
Okay,
Watched
people
by who?
literally know me. You sent several dozen agents already who know my face.
They may know
People
your.
know me.
They may know your face, but they don't know who you are. I know, and I just. They don't know you. They don't know. Not very few know the details of how you came to be in my employ, and most of those are. She kind of looks out for a second, thinking, "Yeah, I think most of them are probably dead now, old age and whatnot. Or, you know, dangerous job. But this task I have is one of. I have heard that your little band here was negotiating with kobolds.
It comes
Are
back.
you fucking? This is
Full
Nathan
circle.
speaking. That's the. We
So,
famous because of. I never thought we would be.
It's amazing.
That's so stupid. I love it. That's genius.
There was probably one random conduit member who was in that city and heard about the negotiations with the kobolds. Like, oh man, you gotta hear about these kids.
These kids just graduated and they stopped a war with a small town and a huge tribe. That shit was fucking nuts. These kids, they're good talkers. They're good talkers.
anyway,
Who's watching you? You know you're being watched, so who's watching you?
our beloved queen, of course. And she definitely says that through gritted teeth. She looks.
What, the warmongering bitch on Capitol Hill?
Yes.
Ah.
Let it. She kind of looks around. There's a few people kind of leaning, and she kind of flashes, kind of glare at them, and they kind of turn away. Perhaps we should retire to my office. I don't want prying ears to hear what they should not. Actually, I will say. Oh no, never mind. Continue. I will say, Echo Price, you just now notice that your disguise has worn off, and
Uh-oh.
you cannot cast it again.
Alright. That's cool.
Can't cast.
You know, you could just ask us to, I don't know, clear out this room. And we'll just, I don't know, kill everybody.
What?
I have something to. I have my message I would like you to deliver in my office anyway. Plus, as you know, contracts must be signed.
Who said I was signing a damn...
Or should I say agreements, understandings. Understanding. Not so much a contract.
Lead the way then.
She kind of starts to stand and looking at Ran.
She'll stand, but she's not happy about it.
Alright. She leads the way into this room.
Alicia, like, whispers to Fen, "This'll be okay. It's destiny."
I will fucking
No, she couldn't
fuck
hear!
you like a fish.
Roll perception check, motherfucker!
It's rather dark in here. Actually, no. The rest of you guys can probably see him. Pip, you can't see in this back dark corner. Where's my mouse thing? this thing.
Okay.
Back here, it's just like pitch black back there. But the rest of you guys can see what looks like a black-skinned dragonborn in armor standing in the back corner.
Was he in there before we walked in?
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Sounds like a really boring job.
Yeah.
Stand in the corner.
So as the door closes behind you and she settles down, she says, good. Yeah.
Does Rand know that Dragonborn figure?
Doesn't look familiar.
Really?
You know her guards. Any guards she has have changed throughout the years, and it's been a few years too.
Does he happen to look, at least his armor, his weapons, do they look similar to the Echo Knight that we fought?
No.
No, okay.
No.
Does he look like official Thalian, or does he look more Conduit?
Looks definitely more Conduit.
Definitely more. Okay, noted.
He's
Thank you.
kind of plate armor. It's kind of like a, not even black. It's like a dark gray color. Like whereas Paragon's armor are really shiny, bright white silver color. His is more kind of like dark muted. Maybe a little dinged up in places.
Where
Okay.
is Paragon in all this?
Anyway,
Outside the rhubarb?
Oh yeah.
oh Jesus, yeah. We'll say
Is he tending to rhubarb?
we'll say he's leaning back against the wall. Forgot to move him. So first she kind of pulls out a sheet of paper and says, "Before I go any further, there are things that need to be signed." You don't actually have to sign it, but it's, yeah.
Let me see the message.
I am. That will remain sealed.
That was Rand talking, sorry.
That will remain sealed. I posted it in the,
Well, they did their research.
and I will actually read it out for you. Writ of understanding. This writ is an understanding between the two parties, herein referred to as the controller and the party. The controller swears to tell the true location of one Vivian Scarlet for purposes of message delivery by the party. The party do solemnly swear to not repeat the location of the aforementioned party above, or the name of the controller as signed below, above a whisper between the below signed individuals. They also swear to never mention at any volume level the above named location or below signed name of the controller to anyone outside the below signed in verbal or written form. They do solemnly swear to complete the task set by the controller within a reasonable period of time, with a report back when complete. Should any of the below signed individuals breach this contract in any manner, they understand that they shall then find themselves under permanent contract of the controller and subject to all the rules of law contained therein of the organization. Lost my place. The controller is hereby subject to not repeat the true names of the below signed in verbal or written form. This writ is magically binding and carries with it magical consequences for breach. And you see all your names listed below, full names. And she kind of pushes a quill forward toward you. Do you guys sign?
Do we see what her name is?
You can roll an investigation check. $23.
Oh! I got a 21.
Oh,
19.
hold on.
I got
Oh,
a 6.
man.
Okay, hold on, just gotta look at numbers here. 19.
That is too far away to see very well.
Fan, yeah, all you get out is like there's a V maybe, and the rest is kind of blurry. Next lowest. Does Alicia want to try and read it or no?
No,
Okay.
she's not worried about that, and
Okay.
doesn't know what she would do with the information, anyways.
Okay, Pip, you see what looks like a V, a bunch of blurry letters, an A, what looks like probably maybe an O, and then a bunch of letters. Ran, you see what looks like a V, bunch of letters, an A, definitely a D, letter D, and then a bunch of letters. I'm gonna say Echo Price, you see what looks like a V, a bunch of letters. It looks like possibly a space, a capital letter A, possibly another space. There might be something in there, but you can't tell. A capital D, and then a bunch of letters. Do you guys sign?
Before we start,
What was that?
You cut out there a bit, Nat.
okay, I'll just say it. This writ of understanding, it mentions magical consequences. The breach. What does that entail?
Just what the
I think it means that, I mean, they don't actually need the law or any service to uphold this, because the contract itself will reinforce itself.
essentially.
And what if we don't sign it?
Then I guess we cannot continue until you go further, but she just kind of like shrugs and looks at Ran.
Yeah, see, the last time I signed a contract by you, you sent a Playboy assassin after me, so that kind of pisses me off.
I admit that Edward was not the best choice. He's a recent employee connected to Zephora. Not my first choice, but she came highly recommended. Oh, that reminds me. And she pulls out from her pocket and she kind of puts on a very familiar ring to you. Ran and kind of mutters into it. Sorry. Kind of mutters into it. Enact the plan now. And then, that should deal with him now anyway. As per our agreement.
Yeah, he better get here alive so we can talk to him.
Oh. He won't be killed. Well, he won't be coming here either. Let's just say he's going to be going away for a long time. In a nice place for you. He won't be going
I hope he
anywhere.
rots.
She kind of smiles at that, Pip. I'm sure he will. It's not going to be comfortable for him.
Okay.
Before we sign this contract and get to this job, what's your end game?
My end game? My end game is to kind of looks around. My end game is to get rid of this tyrannical evil woman and put in place a proper queen, the rightful queen of Thalion. And get back to business as usual. I do not like some of the things she's been making me do. It's not right. It needs to stop.
What if I, like, as a group, I helped, but I didn't sign? Like, would that be okay?
If you're going to be part of this group and help, you need to sign.
I don't really want to be part of the conduit if I could. I don't
So
think my
don't-
parents would really approve.
So
And
don't breach the contract. You don't
well, you've
breach.
told us what you need us to do and where you need us to go. So what's to stop us from just
I'm not.
doing
She
it without
hasn't
signing?
told us where to go yet.
Oh, okay. My mistake.
You are not, by signing this is more of, like I said, it's not so much a contract, it's more an understanding. You're not
It is
an
joining,
contract.
you're not joining the contract, just don't breach the contract. Don't
Then we don't
Literally
need
an
a contract, do we?
basically it's an NDA, yeah, it's pretty much an NDA. Don't breach the contract.
Corporate
and you're fine.
espionage is a federal crime.
Non-disclosure.
Don't breach the contract, then you're fine.
If you don't break
You
the
don't wanna
contract,
get
the U.S.
sued.
government won't come after you. It's fine.
You definitely don't want to get sued.
Well, if you trust us to do what you ask, then there's no need for us to sign a contract, is there?
I trust.
I think it's standard.
It's very much standard.
But that's a formality, though. Like, we're all on the same team here.
And this world runs on formalities.
Mm,
This woman also runs a business.
yes, that's correct.
You know, it's,
I don't want to sign, Ran. Alicia's just like nervously fiddling with the cup of ale that she brought with her.
Ran slightly, ever so slightly grins, and she will sign.
so sign.
She's going to sign her full name.
Okay. So you sign your name. Is anyone else going to?
Well,
Okay. Piff signs. Then Echo Price. And Paragon comes up and signs his name. You know, he kind of stops and looks at the name. Looks at
I'm thinking about it.
He signs in the wrong spot.
No, he looks at the name listed, and the one in quotes underneath it that he knows is his, but signs the name he knows, and goes back to the corner.
There. Thinking about it.
I put my hand on Alicia's shoulder just a little reassuringly and like look her in the eyes and then go and sign my name.
Okay.
If we do this, we know your end game, but how do we prosper from your end game? What's in it for us?
You prosper by enabling much easier travel to Thalion without risk of exposure, being kidnapped, mugged. Things were
And-
a little bit more in control.
And we
relatively speaking.
are in Thalion, right? Just checking.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we seem to have gotten here. It wasn't. I won't say it was perfect, but we seem to have gotten here. We seem to have done just fine.
We're also here for Rand's siblings.
Oh yeah.
Say.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
Is Rand's siblings part of the deal? Do we?
Will be part of the plan once you've all signed, and I can explain what's going on.
Well, we need to guarantee the safety of that family before we jump into before I jump into anything like this.
She kind of nods and goes, I can see some of you are having issues. I'll explain. So, Demos was on a fairly standard mission for me a little while ago, not long after Queen Zephora took control. She was gathering information for me on her. Standard go for work, really. Like, trying to see what I could find out about taking her down. I did not like the way things were going. Now, here's where it gets tricky. I don't know how yet, but someone seems to have informed our new queen, and she says that through gritted teeth, that I'm not exactly with her in terms of loyalty. So, because of that, it seems Demos was caught, and for what I understand, Phobos, as a relatively new recruit of the guard, instinctively seemed to have left to protect his sister, and so was thrown into the prison of despondence as well. Randy, know the prison of despondence is the prison beneath the Palace of Bone where the queen lives.
Yeah, that's like the super big fuck you super max prison.
It's where her personal, we'll say, prisoners are kept.
Yeah.
This, it appeared, was my warning from our gracious. And she just says that completely with like everyone, even Randy, you catch it, like just the most disgust on her face as she could possibly muster. It was our gracious queen to be loyal to her. I have been towing that line ever since, much to my disgust over some of her requests, but always aware she could be having me watched in ways I am unaware of.
What do we know about this current queen?
Not a whole hell of a lot. All you know for sure is what you learned from Farah, that she was gifted to her by her parents, and she gave Farah the Chaos Amulet to go and do what she was doing at the school. You know, basically what you were told at the announcement of what was going on at school, that I knew that this new queen had taken control, and Vivian Scarlet had been ousted. No one knew that whether she was alive or not. That's about all you know. You don't know much about her.
And so if we do this and your plan goes the way that you want it to go, you will personally guarantee their safety. You'll guarantee their freedom.
I cannot guarantee their freedom because I'm not the one keeping them prisoner. What I can guarantee is that if your conversations and the message delivered to Vivian is delivered correctly and promptly, that with any luck we can come up with a plan to not only rescue them, but get rid of this evil woman.
Okay. All right.
Would we be privy to the contents of this message?
If Vivian chooses to share it.
As we or where am I trying to go with this? Rewind. So we'll deliver your message, but if things go the way we do, we will not go farther without the proper guarantee of their safety. We will deliver this message, and I sign.
All right.
But we need to get them safe.
I agree. I want to get them safe.
Alicia kind of looks like she's like barely paying attention and just kind of like staring off to the wall, and she's actually like chewing on her nails at the moment. And after Echo Prize signs, she like kind of clues in and like haphazardly like walks over the table, puts down the ale, and then like refusing to even look at the page, like tries to sign in her spot, but it's a messy signature, and she's a bit in a daze.
That's fair. She after Alicia signs and put the quill down, she looks it over. Perfect. Kind of rolls it up and opens the drawer and slides it in. So, and she produces a envelope with a wax seal on it, with the symbol of the conduit, obviously, and hands it across the table to whoever wants to take it.
Ran will reach, but then she'll think better of it.
Pip will take it then.
Okay. She hands it to you, Pip. So you can just put it in your inventory. Letter to Vivian. She says, so, you are to deliver that message and report back that you delivered it. Ran, you've got the means. And just in general, I want you to deliver the message. If you want to do more and go further, that is up to you. But you will find Vivian in the Forest of Mist, not far from the northern crossroads, in an old, ruined house. So, not much left to it, from what I understand.
Whereabouts in the forest?
It should be fairly easy to spot. It's not far from the northern crossroads, closest to the school, in the forest.
And now that we signed that NDA, did we see her name unblur?
Nope.
No?
Well, Rick.
You can make another investigation check. Actually, no, she pulled it away, but...
Yeah.
I'll say, like, as Alacia was... Or just after Alacia was signing, before she pulled it away, you can, if you want, you can make one more investigation check to try and see if you can read the name.
Sure.
Probably Pip or Ran are probably the closest ones to be able to do it, judging by where you guys placed yourselves.
Yeah.
23.
Investigation, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. This is gonna go well for me. No, it did not. Yeah, that's an 8.
You're just like distracted. You're not sure. Pip, you're pretty sure that same as Echo Price, that there's definitely a V at the beginning, some sort of letters, most likely a space, capital A, another space, a capital D, and then a bunch of letters. But that's all you make out as she pulls and rolls it up. So, do you have any other questions for me? Anything at all, Ran? For being honest.
How
She
are we
doesn't
getting?
she doesn't say a word.
Okay. What was that, Pip? Sorry.
How would we be getting it?
That is up to you.
Are we portaling back into the?
You have a few options. Bogdan, I believe, who portaled you here, expended that ability for the day, but if you wait a day, he can portal you back to either Papillion or the Stallion side of the border, and you can walk through there. Or we could smuggle you aboard a ship in Luton, and you can take it to Oliva and walk that way. It'll take you about 6 weeks and a few days to get to the border. Or if you don't mind waiting about a week for a crew, we could arrange a small sailing boat to leave from Luton to Stratham and Cavia. Kind of a bit of a roundabout route as it goes through the border. It's special things. Another reason it'll take about a week to get a crew together. But that'll be about... Boat goes through the night, 12 and a half days, plus the week waiting, if you want to do that route. It's up to you however you want to leave, but as I'm sure Rand's explained, there's no portaling in and out of Thalion.
Well, I know we probably definitely don't want to be walking again.
Does Rand know of inns nearby? Or just within Fallholt that she knows of?
You would know that there is also the Greedy Cobra, which I should have mentioned. The name over this, the entrance to this bar was the Tainted Frog. There's also the Drunken Minotaur and the Charming Raven.
I really like their adjective animal names.
Yeah,
Out of
these are great.
curiosity, is there any safe houses that Rand knows of? Places that would be used by the conduit if necessary, but not something that they would necessarily look all the time?
I think there's probably a couple, yeah, but most of that, considering the headquarters is in this city, is located here. And there are, there are some places to stay within this lower bar.
Before we leave,
Mm-hmm.
Pip will. She'll say, this writ of understanding, it mentions your signed name, but I can't seem to make it out.
She kind of smiles. Magic, my dear. It's that line was in there in case your eyes were keen enough to see through the magic.
I don't suppose we'll be privy to that information now, after we've signed.
I've not kept my position here by revealing it so haphazardly, no. It's not important. Anything else you want to say?
We'll take your message, and she leaves.
Alright. You got the rest of you guys follow?
Yeah.
I guess.
Alicia takes a second to even notice everyone started moving.
I grab Alicia's arm and just come on.
Snaps up her face and is just like tugged along by Fen.
Alright. Pip, you follow too?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you exit, do you guys just go back upstairs and exit the whole establishment, or what do you do?
Rand just wants to take a walk.
Alright.
That's it.
Is there anywhere in particular you want to walk to? Have you guys decided she would, yeah, how you would like to return to Chelier and the Forest of Mist eventually? How you want to travel? You get the impression that she was waiting for the answer, but she's willing to, like, when you've decided, you can come back and tell her how you want to travel, and she can arrange it.
Mm-hmm. Seems like a boat feels pretty solid.
I don't know about you, but I really don't want to go back through that tunnel.
The path.
That
Agreed.
thing.
Agreed.
The pass.
Yeah. It took us like a month to get here? Is that correct? A week?
It
Took us a while.
It was a while.
Took us
It was a few
Took a
weeks.
long time. A long time.
Exactly. There's
We
several.
go by boat.
A lot quicker.
Yeah, boat's probably a lot faster.
Have you guys ever been on a boat? I don't think I've ever been on a boat.
Well, I guess we're going on an adventure then.
Echo Price, you've been on a boat.
I know.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. It's like, I've been on a boat. It's for you feet walkers. It's a little bit of an adjustment, but you'll get used to it. And I'm kind of like I kind of wad my nose a little bit, like the sea smells nothing like this. You know, it's like this. The sea smells nothing like this, and you remember the smells of all those things we've destroyed and all those camps we set up. It's nothing like that. You'll love it, and really nice to get some very fresh air.
She mentioned that there were 2 possible ways by boat.
Yeah, there's either you could take it from Lawton to Elba on the mainland and go up towards the pass that way, or you could take it kind of seemingly it seems, special ship that can pass through the border within the ocean and kind of around and then down into Cavia. Seemed to be
There's Cavia on the map. Sorry. Oh, I see it. Okay.
And we
The
just
one
need to
with
make it to a
the-
place where we could then portal.
basically.
What the heck?
I have no idea.
The special might take a little bit longer, but it seems like the safest way to go.
The controller said that she was in the Forest of Mist or something?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, literally all the way over here?
Nearish the school.
She said
Okay.
near
And she
the
was-
northern
I know
crossroads.
the whole time. I knew we should have gone down towards the River of Promises. We would have met the fucking Queen of Thalion.
Well, maybe the queen can join us for a grad party.
And if elected queen, I will make the promise to provide ice cream to everybody.
We spent so long avoiding this forest of mist.
Karen was like, "We are going to the forest."
Oh, we don't want to go in this scary forest. You're going to have to. Sorry.
It makes up like like a good quarter of the kingdom.
Yeah. So, are we thinking of going by ship then?
Probably the most reasonable path. Otherwise, it's going to take us months to get there.
So one goes to Cavia and the other, does that go straight to Valerian?
Where's that?
No, the other ship that she was talking about was it would just take you to another where is it? Hold on. Elba or Eliva.
Elba?
It'd take you here, and then you'd have to travel up to the border and go through the border.
Yeah, let's not. Let's take the special ship.
Yeah, let's go to Cavia. I'm
Yeah.
kind of terrified of Cavia, but I
Yeah.
hate
Going
the
here
path.
seems easier than going here.
I hate the path.
I hate the past so much.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ram, but your kingdom sucks.
Yeah, it really does suck.
When you write poetry, do you write it about wanting to leave your kingdom or how you're going to live and die in your kingdom?
I'd say, I don't know.
I'm asking Ran.
I know. I'm saying, Ran, roll a history check for me.
Roll a history check on how middle schoolers write poetry.
No, whether or not you even know what poetry is.
Oh.
Technically, it's an art.
Intelligence check or
Yeah,
history check?
Well,
Oh, that's so
we'll
sad.
say. No, I'm gonna say history check.
History check. Okay.
That's so sad. You don't know
Oh
what
shit! Natural 20.
I'll say
shit, you do know what poetry is.
you know enough that you know that you growing up, you never heard of poetry in your life, but you heard about it once you got to Hawthorne, and you learned a little bit.
Did Rand go to poetry slams with the other emo kids?
Hey, poetry's not that bad, okay?
So that's a yes.
Fuck
That's
you.
a yes.
All right.
Quiet dog. Bentley, be quiet. Sorry, guys. Got a noisy husky over here. Sorry.
Okay. So you guys, do you want to go back to the bar and inform her how you want to travel? Or do you want to do that later? It will take about a week to get everything ready, she said.
What?
Did you guys want to go back to the controller to tell her how you wanna travel out of the kingdom?
No, that's her fucking problem.
She needs to know so
Tell her.
she needs to know
Oh
so
wait,
that
I
she
can
can
just
make
message her.
arrangements.
I can just message her. I'll just say we're leaving by ship, I think.
Octavia.
And she says back, which ship
Which ship, guys?
to where?
The one to
Yeah.
Cavia. To Cavia.
She
To
says-
Cavia.
She says you get an affirmation and she says, very well, meet me back here in a week and we will have you transported to Lutton and then onto the ship.
Where is Lutton on this thing?
Oh, yep, I see it. Tiny.
Alright.
What can Alicia hear around her?
Make a perception check.
Oh, nice.
It makes sense that Alicia's feeling a little like out of sorts right now because you are hearing everything. You're hearing the sound of motorcycles. You're hearing chatter, and it's kind of like it's kind of a din. You hear like you guys are probably near just taking a walk. You're probably hearing merchants barking back and forth and people kids chasing each other up and down the streets a little bit. What else? Yeah, it's a really quite a noisy city, particularly with the motorized transportation they have.
Is there a blacksmith or no? Blacksmiths don't make crossbows. Is there a weapons supplier around?
I mean, there's a. Are you asking Ran, or are you just looking?
Can I do both?
You can ask. Yeah, you can ask Ran, and Ran, you would know that there are a couple of blacksmith / armorers mostly. They might make weapons. One called the Shaking Bomb, one called the Greedy Anvil, and you also know of a firearms dealer called the Hollow Shot.
Kid, you want to buy some guns?
Do we even do our characters even know like what guns are?
I would say Alicia, Finn, Pip, and Paragon. Not a chance. Echo Price. Roll a history check.
History check, sure.
Has it
Possibly.
been open season on the bus?
You're not sure. You might have heard whispers of strange devices or weapons that make a really loud sound and hurt, but not really.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
It's more in the
is that
line of
an-
like rumors.
Is that enough to follow the curiosity of that?
That is up to you.
Sure. I will explore my curiosity. When they I'll kind of break off. Obviously, unless other people want to go gun shopping with me.
Are you guys sticking as a group?
Alicia's just kind of following the group vaguely, and her head's kind of in the clouds, and her eyes are in the horizon, and her ears are perked up, and her mouth is parted, and she's just listening.
And Ben is making sure Alicia doesn't get hit by a motorcycle.
Yeah, she is not looking for motorcycles.
Which is why it's surprising that she's noticing and hearing all these things.
Don't get run over, please. Don't get hit by a big metal horse.
So you're basically following Equiprice then? And Ran, what are you doing? And Pip?
Are there any magic shops here?
Do you ask Ran?
Asking Rand, yeah.
Ran, you would know there's one called the Secret Traveler. Ethan.
Sorry. Friend in trouble.
Oh, that's fair.
Sorry. What did I miss? We're looking for a boat or something?
Nope.
We're a little past that.
Pip was
We're buying guns.
Well, Equiprice asked if you knew of a place where you can get a heavy crossbow, and I said that you know of a couple of blacksmiths named the Shaking Bomb and the Greedy Anvil, and then you also know a firearms dealer called the Hollow Shot. And Pip asked if there's any magic shops around, and you know of one called the Secret Traveler. So it's up to you whether or not you actually tell them or not.
I will help them.
Okay. So where do you guys want to go first? Or are you splitting up?
Ben is not gonna go away from Rand because Ben does not want to be alone in this kingdom.
Alicia just happens to be where Fen ushers her.
Come on this way.
Sounds about right.
No, don't get hit by. No, come on, get off the street.
She's definitely she's hearing all these things and picking it up, but she's not really absorbing. Like if Fen wasn't actually there to guide her, she would get hit by a motorcycle. Like she hears them, but she's not really paying attention to where they are.
Alright.
Nervous monk.
Excellent.
Service
Should we
monk.
first find somewhere to stay? Like an inn?
Yeah, there's
Are
a number of options. You can either stay in the Tainted Frog, or the Greedy Cobra, the Drunken Minotaur, or the Charming Raven. Depends on where Rand decides to point you, I guess.
I'll point them to a place that is accommodating.
They're all pretty accommodating, especially if you're female.
She'll go to the one that's extra accommodating to females just to make Echo Price and Paragon uncomfortable.
Alright, say that's the Charming Raven. So you walk into this kind of looking for something here. It's rather elaborate looking wooden with kind of stone accents building, and kind of got it's almost got a little bit of elvish architecture to it. It's kind of sleek designs and little spirals, and kind of looks rather neat. It's definitely a lot more well cared for than the Tainted Frog. It's kind of got looks like a very nice looking raven with a bow tie on it on the sign. And you walk in, and there is a We'll say a dragonborn. Looks like a female dragonborn named. I don't actually have that. Wow. Named.
Right, I'm back.
Sorry. Named. She introduces herself as Vovia.
Ovia?
Vovia.
This is a charming raven.
Yeah, it's a. We'll say it's probably a bronze scale dragonborn. She's wearing kind of very nice looking, kind of barmaid's dress, but it's really nice looking, like silks and everything. And she says, "What can I get you?"
Am I the only one that's come in? Or
I don't know.
Imagine we all probably would have come in with you. I don't know.
Yeah, we should probably
I
settle
was asked-
settle where we're gonna stay before we go searching.
I happen to be looking for a couple of rooms. Maybe like a week or so?
A week?
Yeah.
Just 2 rooms, or how many rooms?
Let's go with 3.
3 rooms? She
Yes.
kind of looks you up and down. What do you look like right now again?
I'm currently a tiefling.
Female tiefling, right?
Yes.
She kind of looks you up and down. And says, "For you?" And she kind of eyes Paragon and Echo Price. Actually, Echo Price, what do you look like right now?
I had redone my disguise self, so I'm just a short local.
Male or female?
Short female local.
Okay, well, she eyes Paragon then and kind of glares a little bit.
Ben will kind of like shuffle in front of Paragon and smile.
Keep him in line, would you?
Of course.
For most of you, that'd be 4 silver per room. 8 silver for him, unless he's staying with some of you.
We'll keep him in line.
He'll be staying with all of us, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
4 silver.
He's not
per
going
room.
anywhere.
4 silver each.
Yeah, per room.
Pip will just
She takes it and kind of reaches behind her on a wall and kind of grabs a few keys and hands it out to you.
thank you very much. And Pip will walk up the stairs.
Alright, so you
To
you find your rooms, and they're fairly pretty comfortable rooms actually. There's at least there's 2 beds per room, and they're actually kind of like, when you sit down, they're actually really rather comfortable, and the pillows are like feather pillows, and it's just you lay down and you're just in heaven type of deal.
Who's rooming with who?
I'll room with whoever.
Rand does not care who she rooms with. She's just going to face plant onto a nearest bed.
What can Alacia hear?
Uh,
What's the name?
I would say roll a perception check at disadvantage because you said she's kind of out of it.
Was she okay? Sure.
I'd say, yeah, you said that she's pretty out of it right now, so.
She is like acute, like she's so focused on her ears and what she's listening to that she's not actually paying attention to physically where everything is. It's very much the sounds she's focusing on right now.
You mostly hear, like, just from up in the room, but anyway, just kind of the sounds of the kind of semi-busy tavern room down below. It's actually the walls in here actually kind of muffled a lot of the sound from the streets pretty good, so it's kind of almost peaceful in here.
Hmm.
What would you guys like?
Pip will hand a room key to Ben and Echo Prize. You know, the
Sure.
boys
can keep
can
them in
room
line,
together.
Yeah,
Are you gonna
nobody needs to know
stay
I'm
with
aboard.
Paragon?
I mean, I could. Depends on where we all want to sleep.
Just trying to make sure we have one person with the problem cases.
Okay, how about this? I'll room with Paragon. Ran
Paragon.
can with
Where's
the
the
bird, I guess.
I can room with Echo Prize too. I got you.
Alright.
Alright, so we'll go Paragon, Pip, Ben, Nickel Price, and Ran, and Alicia, I guess.
Are there windows in our room?
Yes, there's like one little square window.
Okay, and it's just like a solid piece of glass. There's no hinge or anything.
No, it's like just a paned window, 4 panes.
Okay. Okay.
What would you guys like to do? Or you guys do what? Put it this way, is there anything you guys want to accomplish in the week that you're waiting, or do you want to skip ahead to going to...
I'd like to investigate some weaponry and possibly some armor.
Yeah, I'd like to go to the magic shop.
Alright,
And then potentially magic as well, if I have time to do both.
well, you got a week, so...
Yeah, okay. Should we go magic shopping together then?
Do you guys want to go as a group, or do you want to go separately, or...
We can go as a group. That sounds like fun.
And Ran,
Alright.
Ran, are you accompanying them?
Not right now.
Alright.
We're gonna send all of us out with our French 101 level of Rubik skills. Hope they all speak common.
God.
Please, useless. Don't go with them.
Alright.
Have literally American foreign exchange student in France level French lessons. Fuck this.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Où est la toilette?
Como estaba la biblioteca?
Je vous plais une sandwich
Alright, yeah.
avec jambon et fromage.
Biblioteca is Spanish.
Oh, where la pipi?
As you're walking through the streets, you pick up here and there little bits of Akrubik that you learn, but for the most part, a lot of and there's still some common spoken, and a few other languages, and a little bit of Elvish and such, but there's a lot of Akrubik spoken around here. Ran, they're mostly just discussing like their days and how things
Yeah.
have been since
Casual talk? Okay.
basically.
As they walk, Fen will be like, "Hey, Ran, what does this word mean?" Like quietly under.
That means foreign tourist bitch.
Ooh.
Fen will furrow her brow a little bit.
Oh.
I'm kidding. They didn't actually say that. They're literally just chatting, small talk. I'm fucking.
What does this word mean? I keep hearing it.
It means shit. I taught you this like 5 days ago if you didn't roll a natural 1 on translation.
Oh yeah, right.
It's been a long few days.
We did pretty
Sorry, I
well.
couldn't pick it all up.
Okay, so as you're walking towards, we'll say the magic shop first, you come across it's actually a more stone than wood, but it's got what Rand knows to be an air conditioner stuck out the side of it. It's kind of hot. It's a machine that's kind of humming along as you walk in the door. And when you walk in, it's like nice and cool, and like whereas it was kind of humid and like, getting a little sticky outside, it's nice and cool and just pleasant in here. And you see a human man. Looks like he's got kind of black, kind of wavy hair. It's kind of about probably shoulder length, kind of pulled back in a ponytail. Thick eyebrows, really kind of deep brown eyes. He's kind of got like darker brown skin, and he says, and he's definitely speaking more to the females in the group, but glancing at Paragon occasionally. He says, "How can I help you, ladies?"
Where are we again? I'm sorry. I seem to have missed
Magic
that.
shop.
The
Magic
secret traveler.
Okay, thank you very much.
His
Why
name-
are we in a magic shop?
Because we're shopping for magic in an advanced society.
And he says, "My name is Corbin."
Rand's just gonna say in Akrubic, we're just browsing from out of town, you know. Just got back into the big city, so.
And he looks around and just says in common, "Well, let me know if there's anything. What are you looking for?" It seems to be like there's a few pieces displayed on like pieces of armor and weapon, and different vials mostly displayed behind the counter, and it's a kind of medium-sized shop.
You know, there are like scrolls or staffs or like what's around.
It's mostly like there's mostly anything that you can see displayed around the shop is kind of like household items, like baskets and like just regular water pitchers, magnifying glasses, stuff like that.
Okay. Is there like a backpack or maybe a bag?
You can ask.
Sure, I'll wait for others to do their things.
You end up to see like there's like coils of rope and what looks like climbers kits and that sort of stuff. Lanterns.
I mean, you kind of hit the nail on the head. I was looking for something like a bag of holding.
Every party needs one.
Yeah.
Everyone
I
think
needs
it's
walk up.
that.
good to carry a lot of stuff,
Hmm.
and we'll say.
Something that might help us carry more goods.
Yeah, I feel like that's rather pricey.
Well, of course. Something like that doesn't come cheap.
I have here a. I really wish I had prices here.
I know, we're just totally derailing your...
Oh,
These are-
it's just more it's the perpetual problem of pricing shit in stores.
It's hard.
Yeah, just destroying everything by being assholes.
No.
No?
I know there's a list out here somewhere of.
You could probably.
Yeah, I'm googling it.
we're just doing some shopping like normal before we go off.
Yeah, we're just looking for a quote.
Yeah. Oh, there
No
we go.
derailing going on here.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm,
Oh, God.
mm-hmm. Come on.
That's it.
Why are you? Don't do that. That's not the point.
I put in bag of holding, and there's so many obscure questions. Like, how much water can a bag of holding climb? Can you climb out of a bag of holding? Does food spoil? It's great. 2,000 though. Okay, that's a fair bit. And is that a new acquisition, or has that been there? Has that been there for a while?
This is a fairly new enchanted item. Yes,
Fairly new. Okay.
it takes some
Okay.
time to do these things.
Well, of course, such an item is only for a particular clientele.
Oh, these are popular items, but they do take a little bit to enchant.
Hmm. And of course, not everyone can have them because it does take it's a lot of work to enchant those.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Is there? Hang on. Let me look at my things. No, that's not the one. What am I looking for?
Oh, okay, that's why.
Trying to look at not detect magic. I'm trying to I guess what kind of magic it is, and then we can kind of talk magic a little bit. Would that be Arcana?
What do you mean? What are you trying to discern?
Well, I mean, ultimately, I'm just trying to haggle.
I don't know how much we could get it down, especially with how much money we have.
Yeah. Well, I mean, ultimately, I'm trying to haggle on if we can discuss a knowledge of the magic that probably goes in our favor. Would that be investigation or Arcana?
So you can tell you can roll an Arcana check to tell if it's magical, or if you have detect magic that you can cast that and know if it's magic. But
It's not quite what I had in mind. That's all right.
there's not really discussing
Okay.
within the kind of magic. He's like, hey, good for you. You know how it works. So you know how
Okay,
expensive
all right.
this
He's
is.
having none of it. All right, that's totally valid.
He knows. So he's like, you know how expensive this is.
Okay. Would we be able to, hold it, get a feel for the fabric? Would that be all right?
He's like, yeah, just
Gotta be sure it works, of course.
he's watching carefully.
Of course. Just kind of drop one of my bottles in there and pull it out.
It seems to work fine. You think of the item and you pull it out.
Okay.
And it doesn't weigh more than I think it's 5 pounds total.
5 pounds. Okay.
I mean, if it's
And-
full. I think.
Okay.
I gotta read it.
I'm kind of. And am I in the back of this group, or am I kind of
I
at
would
the front?
assume that you're at the front counter.
Damn it! Guys, get in front of me.
I don't think you're gonna be able to steal it.
Get in front of me.
Alicia actually, she'll mumble to Ben, I'm not going anywhere. I'll just be right outside. And she'll actually walk outside and just stand outside the door and just kind of listen outside.
All right. Roll a perception check.
Okay.
All right. Well, it's a lovely bag. Thank you for gotta think about it. Not super burdened right now, but it'd be good to have for later, as if we potentially do become burdened. So thank you. It's a lovely bag, and I'll have to think about it.
Takes it back and hangs it back up.
Have you got any fancy stuff there, bro?
Try
Okay.
that. Try that again.
Have you got any enchanted crossbow bolts by any chance?
Like +1s, +2s, that sort of thing.
Yeah, something like that.
Um, and what's the layout of the shop like?
It's basically like little, it's like slightly elongated. It's like almost like a square, but a little more elongated on sides. Kind of like few bookshelves, and like it's mostly like just common gear.
Okay. I would once as Nat's doing that, can I do detect magic?
You can.
Okay. Do I have to roll that or I just
No,
cast it?
I think you can do it at will, correct?
Yes, it's at will. Okay.
Yeah. So you mostly see that there's a bunch of magic stuff and various schools of magic behind him. Using generally any magic stuff outside.
Okay. And is any of it like a security system by chance?
You don't know.
Can I like do an investigation check or
Just give me 1 second. Pip.
sure.
So yes, are you looking for +1s, +2s?
Do you have both?
I've got a bundle of about, let's say, got about 5 +1 arrows for about 20 gold each, and I've got 5 +2, sorry, bolts, my bad, for 100 gold each.
And they give me like what, +1 to hit?
Yeah, it's basically +1 to hit and damage.
Are they one-time use things, or are they ones where you can go and pick them up and?
It's one-time use. Once you expend it, it's no longer magical.
Enchant. You know, I'm not sure. That is a little bit pricey for what I had in mind. Is there any way we could, like, maybe lower the price if I buy a few?
If you buy in bulk, we can talk about a slight discount on the overall price. What else did you have in mind? I've got a few of these potions of greater healing. Potions of healing. You recognize them, definitely raised levels of potions. I've got. Okay. I have this kind of like, it's like a yellow potion streaked with kind of black swirls. And he says I have this potion of speed. And that's 300 gold right there.
How much are your potions of healing here? Just the regular ones.
Just the regular ones? That'd be 50 gold per. And I've got about, count some. I've got 5 potions of healing and 3 potions of greater healing.
You might want to get some of those.
And greater healing will be 200 gold each, unless you're buying in bulk and we can work something out.
Flirt with him a little. As I
There
kind of
one time.
disappear behind the shelves.
Yeah, I don't think one. But I will buy a healing.
Hey, you're cutting out a lot there, Pip.
I'll just say I will buy a healing potion. That's okay.
Just one, or how many do you want?
I'll get 2.
I'll get 2 as well if buying 4 will bring the price down. Any
4. Well, it's 200 gold. Well, if you tell you what, if you buy all 5, I will give you all 5 for. Give you all 5 for 200.
Sounds good.
Alright,
So we get
5 potions of regular healing.
so that's 100 from me and 100 from you, Pip.
Yep.
Alright, so he takes the gold and kind of slides across the 5 potions of healing.
I'll put 2 in my bag.
Alright.
There.
that's me all done.
Alright. Echo Price, are you up to anything?
So I kind of that whole time, like, I'm quite short, so I kind of end up ducking behind some shelves. And then in that time, I'm doing detect magic, and then I'd like to do an investigation check on the magic to see if it's any kind of like security system.
Roll an investigation check, but you don't
Of
sense
course.
anything magic over here.
Okay.
The magic you sense is when you wander towards the counter.
Okay. That's not good.
You can't find anything. If there's a security system, it's hidden really well.
It's hidden real well. And the other girls are still in the shop. Hey, are they? They're still like in their interaction, right?
Except
Yeah.
Alicia, who wandered outside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're still dealing with getting potions.
Okay. 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 Let me see.
You cast detect magic. Did you see any like
Sorry?
specific?
You're
When you
cutting.
cast detect magic, did you see any specific of magic?
It's. I'd say it's a variety. Considering the nature of the shop, there's a variety of schools of magic.
Okay. Even with that check, is there anything that would like stand out as common sense security?
Looks like there might be like. There's like the bell as you enter. So it jingles when the door hits it. It kind of jingles. Alerts things. You don't know how this security system works.
Okay. Is the door propped open, or is it? Are we opening and closing it ourselves?
You open and close it.
Damn it! Are there any windows that someone could potentially slip through?
Oh my god.
Damn it! Damn it!
You're more ready to steal than the rogue is.
Sorry.
You're more ready to steal than the rogue is.
Yeah.
I really should have made my character a rogue. Damn. Yeah, okay. Alright, very well. I'll just kind of peruse the shelves, looking like I'm looking at things.
Okay, what are you looking for?
Just kind of looking, seeing, just looking. Seeing if anything piques my fancy.
I am definitely not trying to steal from this shop. Kind of.
Nothing at all.
Make a performance check.
Nothing at all.
There's like sorry, I'm just trying to find something here.
It's okay if nothing's there. Like
There's,
I know what I want. I just don't have the means to get it right now.
basically, if you're away from the counter, there's like nothing magical. It's mostly just like assorted whatchamacallit, like words.
Knickknacks.
Well, like
Knickknacks.
rope and
Oopstone.
lanterns and stuff like that. Different kinds of kits.
No, are there any like thieves' tools or burglars' kits?
You
Sticks.
can probably buy a set of thieves' tools, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. If well, I'll bring the thieves' tools kind of up to the counter with curiosity. And just kind of patiently stand in line as they're negotiating.
Alright, say he gets to you and you put them on the counter.
Hi. So I saw these and they look fairly peculiar. What might these be? I've never seen such a thing.
Roll a deception check.
You've definitely seen mine before.
Pip says with thieves' tools hanging off her belt.
They're in my pack.
Move some shit around here.
That 19 just derailed everything. Hush, Bentley. I'm trying to inconspicuously buy thieves' tools. You don't understand. You're right. You are the dog.
So, he kind of looks at you and goes, "You know what these are? They're thieves' tools."
Oh, thieves' tools. What lowlife would resort to theft?
Oh my god.
He's just kind of looking at you strangely.
Pip is just glaring at him.
Like, granted, I'm
like,
still
face palming.
granted, I'm still like a short female in all of this.
Mhm.
Like,
He's still
Bentley,
looking.
be quiet.
He's still
be
looking at you
quiet.
strangely. What's Rand up to? And
Nathan.
he just says, "Do you want to buy them? They're 25 gold."
25 gold. But what?
Oh, wait. Yeah, sorry.
Seems out of place. What would one do with these?
If you don't know what you're doing with them, then I'll take them back and put them on the shelf.
They just caught my interest. I might still buy them because they look nice, but like, what is their practical purpose?
He's looking at you like he knows that you know what they are.
Very well. Very well. 25. You know. And this is just a question for you, Care. Like, is that a one-time use, or is that?
No. But
Okay.
you would not get proficiency with it because you do not have proficiency with these tools. So you
Okay.
would be
But it's
rolling
not
straight.
a one-time use.
No.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, you can hand over 25 gold and you get these tools.
25. You know, that seems quite steep for something like that. Is there any way you could come down on that?
No, I have to make money too.
I totally understand, but your margins can't be that thin to run such a shop in such a glorious place, cater to such clientele.
Roll a persuasion check at disadvantage. 'Cause you're
Persuasion.
wearing his patience.
Well said.
No.
He
Hey, you doing alright,
just
dude?
looks at you and says 25 gold. You okay, Nate?
Yep.
Fine. 25 gold.
He takes the gold and pushes the kid across it. So you have
Fine.
these tools.
What time do you close tonight?
Oh god. Pip will walk up and slap him on the back of the head and drag him away.
Alright. Yeah, you get
The
a smack
hero
up the side of the
everyone
back of the
needed.
head, and actually, roll a quick investigation check, Pip,
Sure.
just to see if you can see it through the illusion.
I'm pretty sure I can.
Probably. Yeah, you can just barely discern with your very keen eyes that where his head actually is. So you end up kind of smacking the illusion in like the shoulder. But you hear a cough up the side of the head there, Echo Price, and Pip suddenly dragging you away.
Coming.
Rand,
Hi.
Rand, do you want to do anything or?
I'm just gonna look at my inventory and see if I need anything, but I don't really think I do.
Pip and I purchased some thieves' tool. Not thieves. Echo
Some
Price
healing
purchased some
potions.
thieves' tool. We purchased some healing potions.
Yeah, we better.
God, I wish I could attune to more than 3 things, but
I know, right? The eternal struggle.
no, I think she's okay for now.
Okay, so
Okay,
you.
while this is happening,
Okay.
Alicia's outside
Oh, right, yeah.
listening.
So, yeah, no, it's just.
More of the same noise.
Yeah, more of the same noises. It's just a bustling metropolis, really, of a
She
city.
kind of like smiles softly, and she'll sit down next to the door, and she'll begin praying. She's not asking anything. She's just praying and listening.
See, as you're sitting there, you do hear a soft voice in your ear. It says, "You're doing all right. Keep vigilant, my child."
You're everywhere, aren't you?
You don't hear a reply.
She just has like kind of a weird smile on her face, and she just sits there and continues to pray and listen.
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do in this week, or do we want to just jump ahead?
Well, we also wanted to check out the
All right,
weapon suppliers.
Get a gun.
Yeah. Oh god, I gotta find.
Want to explore the see if the legends are true of the loud, fast crossbow.
What do you have? A gun! No.
And I
Granted,
suppose I'll
like
just get a little bit.
Granted, like most of us have no idea how it works.
No. The only one's ever seen them is Ran.
Yeah, I'm like, and like you said, I've heard legends, but that's like all I know.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
I know there's
Go
a.
buy some guns, folks. Yeehaw!
Oh. Nico, my favorite mouse.
So you walk into the hollow shot. It looks like it's kind of like a cylindrical building in like a steel gray. It's actually made of metal, and it's just like straight up. Looks like a bullet. Not that any of you guys know. It just looks like it's like a kind of like a silo, and kind of like the rounded point to it.
A small bolt.
Bullet.
A rounded silo.
Yeah, basically.
Like a teardrop almost. Like if they like turned it like upside down.
Little bit.
So you walk in and you see like there is looks like almost like a shooting alley. There's a bunch of targets set up, and there's a bunch of fire. It looks like strange looking. Still, they got like cylinders, different sizes and shapes, all hanging on the walls.
kind of look like weird.
What'd you say?
You're cutting out a lot.
They kind of look like weird crossbows.
Yeah, he's
Except
I
it's
see
like
the. Go ahead.
I'd say it's like if someone was pointing at you.
Yeah,
That's
I
upside
see where
down.
the bolt would come out, but I don't see where you pull it back.
You see what's it? Tiefling man. He's a black-skinned tiefling, kind of behind the counter. He's kind of leaning on it. He says, "What can I help you children with?"
Whoa.
Echo Price is set off.
I guess.
Where's your gunpowder at? No, I'm kidding. So I kind of walk up as like these are these are some interesting looking crossbows. What can you tell me about these?
He just kind of laughs and says, "You're not from around here, are you?"
Well, I can't say I am. I'm trained in the, this is, yeah. And my disguised self had worn off in the process, so I'm just this weird looking burp person.
And
It's like, you're right, I'm not from here. I've never seen such a weapon.
It's rather dangerous. They fire these iron balls. He kind of holds up a little kind of shot, and you put that in there, and are these bullets, these little cylinders, and at incredible speeds.
Incredible speeds. How incredible?
Faster than, probably at least as fast as your crossbow, if not faster.
Oh, interesting. Now, would a crossbow work with such a device, or a bolt? Sorry.
No.
Interesting. And are they heavy? I'm kind of like
Some of them are. Some of them are
Some?
little. He points at a long, like a musket essentially, and says that one can get pretty heavy. Points at a little pistol. These aren't too bad. They've got their own weight to them.
okay. Well, I'm fascinated by these. I'm just gonna kind of have a look around, if that's all right.
Alright. They're mostly hanging on the wall behind them.
Okay.
Or there's like a few people taking shots at targets.
Okay. I just kind of watch with intrigue as they fire off these. What to me is like I'm just kind of like the legends are true.
Basically. You see
Yeah,
like these
Kinda watching
the
off.
barrels, like they take aim and fire, and like the
Mhm.
smoke kind of trails
Yeah.
from the end, and
Yeah,
it's
just kind of
fascinating.
watching off. All right.
Rand's just I'm assuming looking at this with amazement and boredom at the same time. I'm assuming. Is there anything else you want to do in here, or?
Anyone else?
Ben's good. Ben does not want to get. These look weird. Ben does not trust these.
I'm good.
Oh, am I the only one that? Okay. All right. Okay. Is everyone else good in there?
Think
Nobody
so.
else is. Okay.
Alicia's
just
still
kinda-
being weird. She ain't doing gun stuff.
Okay. I was kind of mosey back up to the counter, kind of like a starstruck, like, wow, like you aren't kidding about the speeds of these things. So is there one that would be easy to put in one hand and would fit easily into a pouch?
Well, these This pistol is one-handed.
Okay. And would it just be like a crossbow where you just point and release?
Once you load it.
Okay.
Have you ever used one of these?
I can't say I have.
You need to
Like I
be
said.
trained, or you're not gonna have much luck.
Okay. And what does training look like? Like what is, roughly how long does that take?
Months.
Months. Okay. And question for you, Care. If I go at it without training, like what's the how much penalty am I taking for doing it without training?
You basically end up, I believe it's. Hold on, I just gotta. I think it's.
So I imagine it's a significant penalty.
It's basically you don't get to add your proficiency bonus to firing it, and I'm trying to remember what they. It's you basically are just adding your dex to it to your 2-hit, and
Okay.
with
So would I just be making a dex roll to try to shoot it then? Or
you basically
Just a
would,
dex attack.
And basically, the way firearms work is there's a reload score, so how many bullets it can hold, and then a misfire score, and if you roll that number on the die, it will misfire, and you have to make a check to repair it.
Excellent.
Which you need tinkerer's tools to do.
Okay. Okay. And so this very fancy firearm, as you call it, does it fire one at a time? Do I have to load them, or can it hold multiple of these shots?
Well, this pistol can hold 4 shots.
4 shots? Okay. And for the gun, what would how much would that be? And then for the shots, how much are those?
The pistol is 250 gold, and its ammunition is for 5. It's 1 gold piece.
5 per gold. Okay. Okay. Hold up. What do I want to roll here? Obviously, he's not going to let me hold it. Even unloaded.
You're wearing barely.
Obviously, he's not going to let me hold it. Give me a second here. Okay, 250 it said, and then 5 for a gold. If we were to pick up, can we make a deal on bulk ammunition?
Well, potentially.
Okay, say I was to pick up 50 rounds of ammunition. Then are we starting to start getting into a realm where we can make a deal?
50 rounds of ammunition for 10 gold normally. Roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
Pip is just looking on in concern.
And is also looking very concerned.
I don't know why I rolled it twice. The 5, he looks at you and goes, 10 gold is more than fair, I think, for 50 rounds.
And if we were to pick up 100 rounds,
20 gold.
20 gold. You can't cut me a break at 100 rounds.
No.
Okay. Damn it. At this point, I should just let you kill off my character and re-roll as a rogue. Yeah, okay. I'll get 50 rounds in the gun. And then you said there's also tinkerer's tools that I need to potentially pick up.
You had to pick that up somewhere else.
Sorry?
You'd have to pick that up somewhere else, at like a general store.
Okay, they don't sell them? Okay.
Just general.
Okay. So I just kind of as I'm handing it over, it's so if something was to, if there was to be a problem with this weapon, how could I go about fixing it?
You would need to. He kind of shows you how to like. You would like clear a gem or how he kind of takes it apart, and then shows you how to put it back together. Roll an intelligence check.
Sure. Hang on.
God, this is gonna go
Great.
so bad.
Hey.
You followed fairly well. You're not 100% certain, but it's, you follow it.
And it's like, would it be okay if I drew like a couple pictures or like wrote it down somewhere? Would that be all right?
Be my guest.
Okay, perfect. I just kind of scribble it down on a sheet of paper or something.
Okay, I will add that to your, the
Hell yeah.
inventory.
Hell yeah, we're packing heat. So 260 all in all.
You're buying 100 rounds?
Yes.
270.
270. Okay. All right, done. Who's the fool for eating all that pie now? Or no, that was the gambling. That's right. And eating pie. I got money between the two.
Oh. Sorry.
It's all good.
I'm just,
Yeah, no worries. No hurry.
there. I added it to your inventory. You have 100
Alright.
bullets. It says Exandria on there just because that one actually has the misfire scores and everything on it. But it's just
Okay,
a pistol.
sure. Okay, sure. What was it?
Refresh the
let me
page.
refresh. Yeah. Yeah, Burb has a gun now.
Did you actually minus? Wait, hold on. So yeah, you now have a gun. We'll see how well firing it goes.
Hell yeah.
So I'm assuming, for sake of brevity, we'll say you go and buy some Tinkerer's tools, which you are also not proficient in, so that'll be interesting. That'll be 50 gold for the Tinkerer's tools.
Oh god. Any way we can cut a deal there?
Nope.
Fine. Okay.
You actually subtract the gold from your sheet? I'm not
I did. The 50 just came off, but it looks like the hang on. It looks like the 270 didn't. Let me try that again.
You may not have actually clicked remove, maybe.
There we go. Now it's done.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, is there anything anyone else wants to do for this week?
Just food for Kiko and Bob.
Okay. We'll say easily, you can buy some little, like, nuts or something for, like, 5 silver. And then last you a little while, a few weeks,
Alright.
for Kiko's food. So, yeah. Ran, Ben, and Nat, anything else you guys want to do? Or you just want to head to...
I'm good.
We'll skip ahead?
Good.
Okay, so...
Ride for the rest of the week.
Let's say, like... You, arrive at the, Tainted
Yo.
Frog. Give the password and enter the basement, for... on the 7th day of that week, and the controller's there and he leads you into the office and where Bodak is waiting, and she says, the ship is ready in Lutton to leave. Bodak here will portal you to Lutton, and you are looking for a ship called the Horatio, captained by a Captain Anwin Rayburn. She's a wood elf. ANWYNRAEVERN. Nate, you there?
Great. Okay.
And does anyone have anything else you want to say before you leave, or?
We're
Alicia
only
just-
doing this for the family. This is nothing to do with you.
She shrugs.
Alicia's just chewing her nails. She's not even listening. She's like lost in thought right now.
Okay, so Bodak nods and creates a portal. You all step through into Latin, which I need to find my description for.
Is this a new guy, Bodak?
Pardon?
Is this a new guy, Bodak?
No, it's the same guy. I might have said the name wrong.
Ogden?
It's the same gnome.
Okay.
Ogden.
You step out to the north entrance of this small port town, and you can kind of look down on it a little bit. It kind of sprawls out from the coast towards or inwards. Generally, most of the homes here are made of wood, and though some of them are noticeably more well kept. So you start making your way through the town streets, or I guess it's the village streets, towards the port where they spread out from you, and there's a few docks stretching out into the ocean. You find the ship to Horatio, and do you go aboard?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Captain, get on board.
Rhubarb is looking a little sweet at the water and